In the previous video, we talked about how to use the basic functions of iMovie. In this tutorial, we're gonna actually begin putting a project together. We're going to add some titles, we're going to add some clips to the project library, and we're going to get familiar with playing with audio a little bit. So, first thing we're going to do is, of course, go ahead and add a clip to our project library. The series of clips that I added here to my event library were from a event coverage that I did concerning the LGBT community, which is the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community. Here on campus, there was an initiative in reference to the allies and breaking the silence. The woman you see in this video, Amy McKibben, is a professor on campus, and she's been an ally for the community for some time, and she wanted to hold a session called Breaking the Silence, where people shared their views from the community on bias that they had received from people and how they had kind of been outcast. And at the end of the event, she shaved her head as a personal statement of her commitment to the LGBT community. So what we're going to do is the first thing we're going to do is come down here to the event library and select the entire clip because I want to use the entire clip of her shaving her head. So we select here at the beginning by clicking, we hold shift down, and then we select here at the end. The entire thing is going to be highlighted, which is going to, of course, allow us to drag it up to the project library and drop it. It's going to add it. Now our entire clip is up there and we can begin editing it. First thing I want to do is go ahead and just add a title. You don't want to just kind of jump into the video, so we're going to go ahead and add a title to it. I'm going to pick a centered title, and you just pull it to the front and drop it. Now once that happens, you have the ability to select a background. I'm going to go ahead and select black, and then you can type in whatever text you would like. I'm going to type in the text of the event, Breaking the Silence, and you can highlight it and you can change the font, and you can even pick the color, and you can even pick the size of the font. And then you click Done. And there we go. We have a title slide. Now on each slide, if you notice, there's a little gear down here, a little blue box or a blue rectangular gear. When you click that, you have different options. You have your precision editor, your clip adjustments, and your cropping and rotation. Now your clip adjustments is going to be the most important. Here's where you can edit the length of your clip, and you can select the background. For these title pages, if you were to select Precision Editor, there's really no need for that. That's some pretty advanced things that we're not going to focus on in this video. And if you were to select your cropping and rotation, there's nothing to crop because you have nothing but text. So that's not really of a need either. Now on clips like this, if you select the blue rectangle, you have a lot more options. You have your audio adjustments. Now inside of audio adjustments, you can select the overall volume of the clip. You can click ducking, which ducking inside of here would be lowering the audio of another clip that may be laid over it as well. You can also fade in and you can fade out. Fading in is at the beginning of the clip, how long it takes for the audio to come to be heard, and fading out, of course, is so the audio doesn't end abruptly. You kind of get a nice little decrease in audio and a nice little finish. You can, of course, reduce background noise, and you can use your equalizer. So what we're going to do is in this video, I want to go ahead and do a voiceover. So I interviewed a young woman. In addition to Amy McKibben, I interviewed a young woman, Crystal Steltenpohl, who was an ally and part of the whole Breaking the Silence initiative and program. So she spoke a little bit about Amy McKibben shaving her head. So I'm going to add that section of the clip to the beginning of the video. Now I already know what that section is because I've edited this video before. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. Then I'm going to drag it and I'm going to drop it over the title slide. And it's going to ask me if I want to do in audio only, insert it in the middle, or replace it. We want to do audio only because we want to do a voiceover. So when we add audio only, it adds this little green bar. This is the audio from the interview with Crystal. So if you select it, you can slide it to wherever you want. We want to slide it to the very beginning of the clip. Now, we have a audio file that proceeds all the way to here inside of the movie. Now the problem is this audio clip is going to end up conflicting with the audio of the clip above it. So what do? We click this little button, we do audio adjustments, and we click ducking. So it's going to reduce the background noise to 0. So anytime there is audio with this green bar that isn't the audio that it's producing, it's going to not be able to be heard. So during here and here, we're going to hear nothing but this green bar, which is of course going to be helpful to the purposes of this video. So in this video, I just wanted to kind of show you how to add things to the project palette, how to begin adding titles, how to add some text, and how to do the beginnings of a voiceover. In the next video, we're going to proceed with this concept of doing this voiceover. We're going to even add some transitions, and we're going to add some